Hey guys, so here's a quick little trucking story for you. So when I first started out, the company I was with, you had to have a certain amount of hours in before they would give you your own truck. So you had to ride with a trainer. I think it was for about 3 months or so. By the time you got your hours in, and so he'd always bring his truck home and park it at his house for the weekend, and then I'd drive and I'd back to my house from his house and then see the kids, blah blah blah, and the wife. Well, it was winter time and we were leaving his house on a Sunday afternoon, and I was gonna start out driving so I could get some hours, and we had an empty trailer because we had to go back a couple states away and pick up a loaded trailer and go about our business. So we're coming through an area where they're prone for whiteouts, and I'm cruising along going about 60, and everything's clear, and then all of a sudden complete whiteout. I mean, you couldn't see the hood of your truck. So I start slowing down a little bit, and then all of a sudden it clears up again, and the only thing I see in front of me is hundreds of cars just all over the interstate. People standing in the middle of the road, just like scratching their head, like, oh, my car. I'm like, what the fuck? So I start pumping the brakes, trying to slow down because it's slick as hell from where the whiteout was. And I had managed to bleed the brakes, so the emergency brakes kicked on, and I slid right in between two cars that were still on the road. Didn't hit anything. Then all of a sudden, here comes one car, just full speed, just right through the whiteout, smack right into another car. It's like, Jesus. And it just like kept going. Like, all I could see in my side mirrors were just cars like ping-ponging off each other. And and my trainer was in the back sleeping the whole time. And I'll change his name for the story. We'll call him Ted. I was like, Ted, you need to wake up, Ted. I'm, still driving along, and he kind of peeks his head out of the curtain. He's like, what the hell? So the whole rest of the trip, we finally got out of there. I mean, we were there for maybe 3 hours, just stuck in this pileup. And I think a couple people died, which that sucks. But I couldn't drive after that. I was like all shaky and everything. I'd only been driving a truck for what? I think probably 2 months at that time, if that. And so I'm all shaking and all that. And we had a full size semi. It wasn't these short little ones that I use now for day deliveries, but yeah, so he hopped on my hours and drove us the rest of the way. I just sat there all freaking out in the passenger seat. Yeah, so I got some hours, but technically they weren't my hours to get. But yeah, that was a little exciting story. I got a whole bunch of those. So thanks for watching. Figured I'd do something before I have to start work. Like, subscribe, share, all that. Link in the description for all the socials in the store. So Stay simple, guys.